Adib Saani, Kanda and Krawe appear to have lost connection to Adib Saani. We'll try and bring it back. Yo, good. So, Ms. Adib, did you hear me?
No. Can you come again?
Great. So I was saying that the IGP, is making assurances and warning the citizens to stay away from electoral violence. I'm asking you whether we can trust the police force in light of the fact that even recent happenings in Kaswa, where there was a gunshot from the Member of Parliament, we haven't had any update from the police on that. So how quick the police has expedited action on previous crimes is a good indicator of whether we will trust them or not. So is that how you feel also?
Well, it is an incontrovertible fact that there seems to be a culture of impunity festering in the country, and police inaction from previous cases further consolidates the views a lot of Ghanaians have about the police and their ability to deal with the issue of electoral violence in the country. Like you rightly mentioned, in the past, there's been many reported cases of so-called politicians engaged in certain activities that the police would not countenance if it involves those of us who are not into politics like you and I. A classical case is the issue concerning Howard Kumsen. In fact, the Peace Council has come out to call on the police to make public its findings or report on what really ensued that day. To date, nobody seems to be giving any attention to it within the police. You see, it should go beyond just calls. It should go beyond making statements. We need concrete action on the ground. The police needs to be assertive. They need to deal ruthlessly, rigorously, and vigorously with any person who does anything that contravenes the laws of religion, of whichever political inclinations you're coming from. Unfortunately, on this occasion, there are instances where people are assaulted right before the police, like the case of Ayawaso, West Wuogon. In fact, the police were there helpless. Nobody did anything about it. Not very long ago, there was an alleged assault on Neil and Van der Poel in front of a police station. Has anybody been held to account for that? So you see, we have fundamental issues that really needs to be addressed rather than making statements. And politicians would also have to show commitment towards dealing with this situation. Unfortunately, and I'm saying this for the records, a lot of politicians don't respect the police. They don't respect them. They feel they are more powerful than the police, and they want the police to do things according to their wish, according to their whims and caprices, which is not helping the situation. And that is making a lot of Ghanaians lose confidence in the police service. So going into the election, I think it's one of the gray areas we should be looking at, considering what I term as the early warning mechanism. That is people losing confidence in the institutions of the state. And two of the most important institutions so far as having a clean, a fair election is concerned is the Electoral Commission and, of course, the police to ensure law and order. However, before that law and order can be ensured and ensured effectively, there needs to be confidence. So if there's no confidence, trust me, no amount of words or statements or call is going to change things.
Right, Adib, thanks very much for that brief interaction. Thank you very much. Adib Saani is a security analyst. Let's still stay with security a little bit. The Asantehene Otumfor has tasked the police administration to ensure that the December election is conducted devoid of violence. He also cautioned politicians to desist from fueling acts that will mar the existing peace in the country.